Hi, I'm Dr. Lanier. Thanks for stopping by my video. And I would like to address an issue that's close to home, hypertension. My dad had two bypass surgeries, and it was my life goal to not have bypass surgery and to live a long life and never uh, have heart disease. So I've worked at that. I've worked hard at that. I've focused on that. And it raised a curious question as I was researching today. What about hypertension? What do you know about hypertension? It seems like everybody's taking a blood pressure medicine, whether they're 30 years old or whether they're 85 years old. So it raised a research question in my mind. Is hypertension inevitable? Is hypertension a third world problem? Is hypertension a first world problem? Did we invent hypertension? When did hypertension become a thing? That's actually good questions, isn't it? The title of one article said, Uncontrolled high blood pressure puts over 1 billion people at risk. That was September of this year. Another quote from research, hypertension is a disease of civilization because traditional societies, it's uncommon to have hypertension. With aging in traditional societies, blood pressure flattens instead of goes up. In civilization, blood pressure slowly goes up with aging in civilized countries. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Do you have heart disease and then hypertension? Or do you have hypertension and then heart disease? I did not know the answer to that. So hypertension precedes heart disease on average by 14.1 years. So there. That does give us something to talk about. What is the cure for hypertension? I really wanted to know that. Well, modern medicine says there is no cure. That was shocking to me. I would like to argue with that, but there isn't a cure that has been proven in research at this point, at least not that I could find. However, if we say that traditional societies have rare hypertension, it just leads me to believe that there would be a cure in that society, doesn't it? And I don't think it's medicine man. I don't think it's traditional Chinese medicine. It could be. Like I said, there's no research yet. I still think it's lifestyle. So when I look at the things that benefit in modern journals, they don't say cures. But for things that significantly benefit hypertension, what are those things? And I'm going to sound like a broken record again if you've listened to my other videos. Let me read to you a list. And I'm not going to hold you, and I'm not going to talk about each individual thing on the list because it's way too much common sense. But I'm going to leave you with that list. This video could save your life. Here's a list of common sense medicine. Water. We know that drinking half your weight in ounces of water is normal for your human body. And guess what? Scientific research has proven that the proper amount of water consumed lowers blood pressure. HIIT workouts, abbreviated HIIT. I'm familiar with those because if you've ever done a HIIT workout, you are huffing and puffing when you're done. And you said, I did not know that I could get my heart to that point in a mere 4 minutes. So HIIT workouts. Good bowel movements. Constipation is known to raise blood pressure. Cortisol, which is the stress hormone, raises blood pressure. As we know, cortisol is like a steroid. And if your doctor ever puts you on steroids, your blood pressure will go up. You'll get red cheeks. So therefore, meditation lowers blood pressure. Cortisol / meditation. Cortisol raises, stress raises, meditation lowers. Good food. So when you take fish oils, EPAs, DHAs, that lowers hypertension. Sleep without sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is so common in civilization. Again, makes me wonder, that needs to be my next research, doesn't it? Or video, should I say. Good sleep. And guess what? 7 to 9 hours. How many of us live on 5 to 6 and think, oh, we do okay, till you fall asleep at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Eating clean food. No processed food. I'll preach it. It's in another video. It's in every video. Only get fresh food that you have to chop and dice, and meats that are clean and not processed through the worst of all processing. Fasting occasionally to prevent cancer, to prevent heart disease. We're talking about hypertension today. Fasting. Entire videos on that. Activity. You can include exercise in activity. But as I've referred to the blue zones before, there is natural activity, activities that I'm going to do without putting it on the schedule to do. Taking a 30-minute walk is not a natural activity. I put it on the schedule. I do a 30-minute walk or 20 or 15. Lifting weights, that is not a natural activity. Having normal active lifestyle is activity. As the blue zones showed, 95-year-old women walking to the closest community to get together with their other friends to do sewing or whatever they do on a normal type of lifestyle. Just moving, just being active, getting out of a chair, being determined to keep doing your chores around the house, etc., helping others. A1C. Blood work is helpful to give us a reading on where we are. If you have a normal A1C, you're less likely to have hyper blood pressure, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease. Metabolic functioning. When you do eat clean, when you do sleep, when you do drink enough water, when you live in the world that you live in, metabolic systems working correctly is essential to good health. Whether we're talking about hypertension or cancer, chronic degenerative brain diseases, any of those metabolic processes, how your body processes what you do for it every day or against it. So hypertension. What did I say? 1 billion people around the world. What else did I say? We've kind of created it ourselves. It's a disease of civilization. Now, I don't think we can go back to a lack of civilization, can we? Well, sure you can. You can move to a place that would, do away with the progress we've made, which is not comfortable and not actually even desirable for your health. But being determined to live by a few healthy principles can save your life. Functional medicine, which is what I practice and why I do these videos, is a reach for you to take advantage of, because I've given you principles, but there's a reason those principles aren't followed by a majority of the people in the world. It isn't easy, and it isn't particularly personalized. So I would like to help you, and we have discovery calls set up on my website, bewell-forlife.com. I'd love for you to go there and set up a call. Let me talk to you. Let me see if what I do can help you, and be very personalized about it, just for you. Let's talk. Thanks for listening.